The commodity list was made for two reasons. First, to improve order accuracy and invoicing, and second, as a training tool for new employees. I have it bookmarked here under Ontario orders, along with a bunch of other Ontario order related book links. I highly recommend organizing your own Chrome browser in a similar fashion. So I'm going to open up the commodity list. Now let me introduce the columns. Right now they're all displaying. On the left hand side we have units per pallet. So this would be the total that goes on a pallet. You have the tie and the tier, which is how many on a layer and how tall. And then we have a column for special configurations. In this case, it says we can do 100 on a pallet instead of 80. And this tries to capture any exceptions to this standard rule. Next, we have a shelf life. We have availability in Canada or availability from the US. We have the size specification, so if there's a length or a diameter or any other specification for that commodity. We then here have our description as set up in PIX, and then finally we have the stock code, which is the code that shows up in, or that is used in PIX. It's what production is going to post the order. It's what the order desk is going to put in the sales order. So the stock code is the most important part of our commodity in regards to the way sales, order desk, and production all interact. They all need to, all three of those teams need to be on the same page about what stock code gets used for any given order. Now let me quickly show you how this works, because first I want to show you how to look up a stock code. So if you hit Control F, standing for Control Find, then you can type in a stock code. So if I type C50GR, then it shows, and it pulls it up, and I can look up any size specification. So this would be useful if you wanted to look up any of this information for a certain stock code and you already knew the stock code. You can also search, just say Mexican. If you want to find any of your products that are from Mexico, it tells you that there's 8 total, and you can just flip through and find all those stock codes. Today we used it with Kamel. He wanted to find out what the 50-pound knife field code was for Mexican carrots, and we were able to find it. And it's right here. Finally, we have our customers in here. I'm going to go ahead and hide some of these columns that I don't need. I'm going to hide from here to here, and that makes it a little easier to see. So now I'm going to search customers. So let's say I'm going to search Loblaws. Loblaws puts a lot of orders through iTrade, and they have their own descriptions that we then have to match up to our stock code. So now I have Loblaws found here. I'm going to organize the sheet A to Z. Now what this does is it brings everything that Loblaws orders right into one place, and it matches up with what stock code we should be using. And this includes any US stock codes, any Mexican stock codes. So this is a great way for new employees, when they get an order, to be able to accurately put the order into PIX. And for production to production can also look up for that customer what stock code we use for that item and be on the same page as the order desk. In the same way, shipping or sales can also make sure they check when they put the order in, if they're using the Google form, that they can check this list to make sure that they're putting in the right stock code, that the specifications they gave the customer are what the plant is expecting as well.